What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another SLA video. Guys, it's the weekend. I apologize, I have not made content. Usually weekend is family time for me, so I've been spending time with my kids, but I'd never forget about my SLA family. Real quick before we go on the video, please remember to hit that support button, guys. We are well into season 18. Two codes. One code has already been deactivated. The second code is available, and I've sent it out to everybody. Now, a lot of people ask this question, so I want to go through it real quick. If you are looking to access your code, hit that login button right up there. Make sure you get into the support program. Once you hit that support tab, you'll go right down to the bottom. It'll say coupon history. Get the codes right from there, put it into the game, and off to the races you go, guys. Codes will be mailed to you directly when you do that. So you have to log in here in order to activate your codes. Want to say a big shout out to my top 10, my man J-Sto. Love you, appreciate you. Limeskew, Mestizo, Handsome Jack, 6782, Fenrir, 0162, 2625, Mr. Joestar, and Curve. Top 10 right now, and I want to appreciate everybody who's been supporting all the way down to the last member of the 2,333. Guys, hit that support button. It's free. It's linked in every single comment section of every single video, plus linked in every single description of every SLA video. All right, let's talk about this video and what it's all about. So first off, we got a couple things coming, okay? We got a couple exciting things coming down the pipeline, but I want to get you guys ready for it so you're prepared in terms of what you want to do, how you want to get ready, and also things to be wary of for the next 2 months. That's right, next 2 months I'm going that far ahead because I feel like there is going to be a big lull. So let's get the negative out of the way right now. We know that hard mode WOBL has now just been completed. Congratulations to the top 6K. Congratulate myself. Tap on the back on that pat on the back on that one for me as well too. Did my free to play, got top 6K. Pay to win first day got top 1,000. So we're keeping up the usual form that we've been doing all along, even with the crazy busy schedule. And I want to congratulate the rest of you guys who have hit those numbers, and all those who were close. There's always next time, so don't even worry about it. Don't stress about it. Now with next time, I want to talk about this real quick. We don't have another WOBL coming up until the month of September. That's right. So we have a big lull period coming, guys, where SLA is going to struggle for content. So don't be shocked when you're coming back, or if you are still playing as a veteran, where you're going to be a little bit bored. There is not much happening in terms of now till later. So your goal is to, of course, follow the checklist, do your usual thing. So the first thing I want to talk about here is this idle activity funds. Start saving it. We're almost at the next patch already, so you're probably going to be a little bit behind if you're doing it now. But if you haven't started saving, you got 10 days and 19 hours, guys, till the next patch drops, which means you still have quite a bit of idle time that you guys can collect. The reason this is important is we're getting level 160 being introduced, which means anyone who's been saving their idle will be able to use this full idle bar to get as many levels as you possibly can when that happens. So that's going to put you ahead on the TP, put you ahead of the game, and let you get more levels with your hunters as well as Sun Jin Woo, which obviously will help you guys complete content. So this is important. Now, with this idle stuff, I just want to also tell folks, and a lot of you guys maybe don't do this, and it does help in the long run if you are doing this, is go into your guild, and I hope you guys are part of a guild. If not, go join the Zaf Myself guild, as well as Ragnarok and other guilds that we have available, Zeus, Hades, etc. So make sure you go join us there, including, of course, Pain in the Zaf Discord, which has all of our bigger guilds there as well too, right? So what you want to do here, guys, is go into the exchange shop and go into the buffs. This is important, so keep this in mind. If you're not doing this, you're not getting the buffs. Right here you'll see there is a putting in the time buff that increases activity fund experience by 3%. This is for 7 days, and it does accumulate very quickly for the full 7 days. You want to do this throughout the whole month, especially when you're saving, because this will add up for the whole month, and it will give you a lot more time to get that EXP idle. And for those who missed out on it, it's a really good time to do it now, just to get that out of the way so it's completed. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, we have a brand new successor coming. You can see him already in here. Yes, the successor is in fact going to be Sun Jin Woo himself as the Shadow Monarch. But in order, if you have not been saving already, this is not a bad time. Now, I made a whole video about this, whether to summon for Myro or summon for or save the tickets for Sun Jin Woo's successor mode, which is the Shadow Monarch, of course. And for those who are wondering, yes, the successor of the White Flames tickets will in fact scrape over and be a one-to-one exchange for any other successor coming out, including the Shadow Monarch. But there's a big but here, and that's not Myro's. It is in fact the fact that the Shadow Monarch has been deemed as something that you can grind and get, unlike every other monarch coming or every other successor coming. So it's up to you here whether you want to use your tickets or continue saving for the following monarch or successor that's coming, which will be another successor of some sort of monarch, of course, right? So it's not a bad choice, guys. If you want to get Myro, I've given you the goods and the bads already in the last video. There's a lot more reasons to save than get her right now, but that also doesn't mean it's not a bad choice to get her. But also for the next successor, we are told by Netmarble we are going to get a free copy or a couple free copies, and able to grind the rest of it during the gameplay that we play. But of course, if you put tickets towards it, it'll speed up that process and give you your dupes that you need to make it more powerful. And yes, next patch will in fact be fire and dark element, but there's nothing besides guild boss and a couple different things coming, which again states that lull period that I'm talking about. So you really don't have much to use Myro for at all right now, let alone later. And with that being said, we have a brand new hunter coming, of course, and that is a new support that's going to replace Gina, hopefully, and give Liu Zigong the proper support he needs to be the ultimate hunter right now in the game, even beating out probably Agnes with the proper supports. Now, with this new unit, we're supposed to be getting ourselves a fire supporter that will give us more burst damage, ultimate damage, shields, HP healing, and in fact is an HP spec unit. So with that being said, it's time to farm that gear that we normally do, guys. And of course, if you're going to be farming gear, you're going to want to get the proper gear for this unit, including the proper stats that you want to go for. They've also mentioned that they're going to reduce the amount of effects that defense penetration has on the guild bosses and the game in general. So you'll probably see crit damage coming up a little bit more prominent, as well as damage increase. So when you are hunting for the brand new set, the set you want to actually go for, guys, and it's going to be under recommended settings here, is going to be the Noble Flesh set. Okay, so you want to go for that set, and you want to make sure you get as many of these as you possibly can with as much HP as possible. Now, you can also go for a hunter. You can target a hunter here, right, and get yourself a support hunter that has HP, such as Maylin, for example. And you can see right here, Maylin gives you HP percentage or HP stats, healing given increase, critical rate, water damage. Now, ideally, you want to find an HP unit that has HP, crit rate, most likely you want fire damage, you don't want water, of course. So look for your fire hunters and see which one here is going to give you the best support. You can also use SRs. Don't forget, you don't have to use SSRs in order to make that happen. Most of the supports for fire are in fact going to be, unfortunately, attack, right? And most of the HP units are all going to be breakers. So what you want to find is maybe find an SR here that is a support SR and see if you can get somebody. And I don't think there is, actually. I don't think there is an SR here that gives you any form of support that you can use. So right now, just don't even bother recommending anything. Just go straight as it is. Don't target a hunter, and just do your best to get yourself some HP, crit damage, fire damage percentage for your artifacts, and try to farm that while you can so you're ready to get her maxed out as soon as she drops. Now remember, as I mentioned, all the other hunters for fire are all attack specs. So this is going to be one of our first HP hunter units that we have for fire that's going to be using a whole different main stat, right? Gina, for example, HP, attack. Essel is also attack, etc, etc, etc. The only one that have HP right now for fire, from what I can see here from the list, is going to be the breakers. So again, focus on getting fire, focus on getting HP, and see what you guys can get from that right there. There's my Gina right there. Okay, so that's going to be another big thing. Now, in terms of content coming, guys, again, there's really not much. They have announced a couple different changes to WOBL. There will be a rotational model happening, which is essentially reintroducing the older bosses with more difficulty. So they'll keep us busy for some time. It'll give whales an opportunity to, to use all that money spent with all those maxed out characters, such as my account, to be able to beat harder content. It'll be fun for a little while, but there's nothing new or refreshing coming until Adan comes out, which is the Monarch of Fangs, and he is going to be the brand new WOBL announced for September. Now, there's a couple of things they haven't talked about in a while, and that is a new pet system, of course, that they've alluded to numerous times, but we haven't seen it yet. Plus, of course, any new game modes that we've had outside of the rotational model that we're seeing for WOBL. But outside of that, guys, those are the main things to really look forward to. Of course, do the usual. Try to do your catch-ups on all your story modes. Make sure you continue to farm gates. Don't forget, because we just had greed, it's a good time to restock on a lot of your energies here. For example, your shadow energies, or hunting anything shadow related. Also, don't forget the armory is brand new as well too, in terms of how much you can level up, because we just got level 130. So everyone who hasn't been doing this already, ready, go to your armory, make sure all of your armory is in fact maxed out to level 130 weapons. That way you're getting the max amount of TP coming from here. And don't forget to also push for some of this stuff as well too and get it up. So for example, go to weapon management, you'll see 130. You should have 130 across the board, and do the same thing with your hunters. Your main hunters at this point should all have level 130 weapons, which will help your TP grow and get you ready for the next content. Now, with that being said, we have finished the hard mode top 6K. So now all of the WOBLs, including the newest one, should have reduced difficulty. So now it's time to hunt those remnants, guys, and get those remnant powers up. Don't be like me and sit on your ass. That's what I did, and it cost me dearly. I could have probably got top 3K if I had my remnants passed out, or maxed out, but I didn't. And this is going to be definitely a problem. So right now, for me personally, guys, that's my goal, is getting my remnants maxed out and getting them back to the proper state they should be. Just again, lack of time, kids, of course, illnesses, etc. But you guys can see here my Yogamon is level 50. He's the only one that's maxed out. Rock Pass is almost there at 42, and then the guy is way behind at 12, and I don't even have my Baron maxed out. So I have a lot of power here that's missing, guys. So make sure you are focusing on this. I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure you get this completed. All right, guys, that's it right now. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Just keep playing your dailies, keep doing your mechanics, complete story modes, keep working on those trophies, keep hunting Essence Stones. That's right, I have 93K. I do everything you guys do. I just completed my story modes. I had 94%, I think. I got to 99. There was a lot of extra Essence Stones there. And of course, I haven't even done the library, so make sure you do that as well. That is a lot of Essence Stones waiting for you guys right here. So if you complete Overseer's library, you guys can see all the Essence Stones that will be available to you for you to consume when the new character comes out. And yes, most likely, guys, after my testing, I will be summoning on Jung, which is going to be the brand new character, just because I want Liu to have the maximum support he needs. Of course, you can hold off on that and wait for the new Buster, which is most likely going to happen next, which also isn't a bad idea. It's just right now, as free-to-play players, we don't have many resources for summoning, so it is time to really decide where you want to stand and which elements you want to support. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.